If you've been around my channel, then you've seen my mod of the G703 wireless. I've decreased the weight to 90 grams instead of 106, if I recall correctly. That improved things a lot, but I've decreased it even further since then to 85 grams. And this is just an update video about that process and the other changes that it caused. So, I pretty much accidentally started reducing the weight even further, then I went all out. I've cut out the port which holds the power play module usually, and the cover for that. The other change, which makes the mouse look more ugly, but if you've been around my channel again, you know that I don't really care about looks. I've took an X-Acto knife and cut around the side of the mouse, both sides actually. My objective with all of this wasn't really to reduce the weight, but to make the grip width narrower on this mouse. What mostly contributes to the comfort of gaming mice, in my opinion, nowadays that they've got the shapes, the buttons and everything right, is how wide the mouse is, so the grip width, and people have thankfully realized this. But the other one, which is really important in my opinion, is the button height. I can aim and play way more confidently with mice which have lower sitting buttons. And that's a thing that I realized like a couple of months ago, because I went back and forth between my FK2 and this mouse, and also the G305, and it just dawned on me. The reason I play so confidently, and the reason it is so easy for my hands not to get tired with the FK2, is because I don't have to hold my fingers up preparing to take a shot. I can rest them lower and then just press them slightly. So I've carved the sides to make this indentation larger, more pronounced on the left side of the mouse for the thumb area, and also carved it in a way that it would be not only narrower on the right side, but also a little bit more flat, because I don't like the gradual slope on this mouse, and I also dislike the gradual slope on the Death Adder and the EC2, because there's nothing with my grip to grip onto those mice. I much prefer the side of actually the G502. That mouse has a slight slope upwards, like the mouse gets wider as it goes upwards to the top, and it's a little bit narrower down below, which makes it so that picking the mouse up, which I do a lot since low sensitivity player, is a lot easier. You don't have to squeeze the mouse as hard, and you can focus more on your actual aim. When you're trying to get a grip on a mouse, you have to concentrate too much on holding the mouse in a way that it won't move accidentally or whatever. A good shell design really secures the mouse in your hand, or in your hand. Most people hold their mice with one hand. So yeah, making the sides more flat, at least on the right side, I just made the curve deeper on the left side, actually helped me grip the mouse better. And not only did it help me grip the mouse better, the shaved off rubber also decreased the weight. So yeah, 85 gram, better shape, G403 wireless. If you wanna do this, I'll paste the link for my original video about this in the description. There I take apart the mouse, show you the battery, how it sits in there, which screws you have to take out and whatever. Of course, this is non-reversible, so carving the sides is just do it if you really dislike the shape, if you dislike the slope on the right side and you dislike the grip width. It will help a lot with those things, but just keep in mind that you can't reverse it, so be really careful. Just cut out small parts of the rubber and do that for a longer period of time instead of going all out and cutting a big chunk of the rubber out right off the bat. Cut out small parts, see how it feels in your hand, play a little bit, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then continue cutting out. And I would recommend even sanding when you try to play with the mouse, because if you do not sand down the rubber, then it will not be as grippy. So yeah, taking up a knife, carving the sides out carefully, sanding them down, and cutting this bottom piece out are the only things you have to do after you watched my previous video and did the things in that to get your mouse down to 85 grams and make it feel better in your hand if you prefer a narrower grip width and a more flat right side. If you're still hearing this, that means you watched through the end, and I will thank you for that. And I'm gonna share a few infos with you. The first things are gonna be how you can support me. That you can do via the links in the description. I try to paste Amazon links of stuff I talk about in the videos, so if you buy through those, I get a few cents. You can also donate on my Twitch channel if you so desire. Talking about my Twitch channel, the link for it is in the description, just like the link for my Discord. So yeah, visit those two links, and if you want my next video to show up in your inbox, because for some reason that doesn't happen on YouTube automatically, then you have to press the red button and the bell next to it. So I guess that's it. The last thing I'm gonna ask you is just to give the video a rating, either a like or a dislike, depending on how you feel about it. And you'll see me again next time, in case you did press the red button and the bell next to it.